Hi, and welcome to Good News with David Essel. Today, we're going to talk about the dry drunk syndrome. So many people have it, so many people don't even know they do, and so many people don't even know what it is. For the past 43 years, as a number one best-selling author, counselor, executive coach, and more, we have worked in the world of addiction and recovery, well, for 43 years, and 30 years ago is when we created our program, Permanent Alcohol Addiction and Life Recovery. And I'm going to talk about the dry drunk syndrome. So the dry drunk syndrome is someone that is not consuming, whether it was drugs or alcohol, whatever it might be, but they have not cleared up their emotional unavailability. So what are those traits that the dry drunk carries with them? Well, it's the same traits that they had when they were drinking or doing drugs or whatever it might be. And that's going to be self-centeredness, arrogance, individuals that always have to be right. I mean, these are signs of the dry drunk. Impatience, road rage. Oh, my Lord, you don't have to be a former alcoholic or a former addict to have road rage, but many people who fall into the category of being a dry drunk will brag, and I'll tell you a story in a second about how many years that they haven't had a drink or haven't done drugs, but they're angry all the time. They're irritable all the time. They have no patience. They are victims in life. They blame others, and I'll give you a quick example. Years ago, a guy came in, 20 years sober. He said, I go to AA. I don't need to be with you, but my wife's going to divorce me if I don't work with you. I said, awesome. Let's get into this job. Let's get going. Let's really save and turn around your relationship. But because he was so filled with the dry drunk syndrome, nothing would have worked with him. Very first thing he said is, well, my wife wants me here to save the marriage, and honestly, I don't know why I'm here. I've been sober for 20 years. I'm doing great in life. She's just an idiot. The kids are a pain in the butt. And then he went on and on and on complaining. Didn't even say, what's your relationship with your wife like, right? So I said to him, hey, we've got homework assignments. I want to help you with this. I want you to read 2 chapters in this book and do this journaling. And he looked at me and said, I don't need to do that work. I said, what do you mean? He goes, didn't you hear what I said? I haven't had a drink in 20 years. I said, I know, but you're filled with the dry drunk syndrome. And he exploded. He knew what it was. He knew he had it. He didn't like it. The session ended, and I said, hey, listen, we're going to do one more session. Here's your homework assignment. If you come in next week and you haven't done the homework, we're going to have to end it. Well, you can guess what happened. He came in and he sat down. He goes, no, I didn't do that homework. He goes, I don't think you heard me last week. I've been sober for 20 years. And I said, and I don't think you heard me last week. That doesn't mean anything. When you're irritable with your children all the time, when you're screaming at them, when you're screaming at your wife all the time, when everyone else is the problem in life, your boss, the employees, oh my God, he went nuts talking about how his boss was such an idiot. I said, this is the dry drunk syndrome. So here's a check for the remainder written out to your wife. Please give it to her. And I just want to wish you the best. You see, when someone has a dry drunk syndrome, it's just like they were drinking. The only thing that's missing is the alcohol. But they're still self-centered, arrogant. They have to be right. They know everything. So if you have that, reach out to someone like myself, a professional that can help you move past that. Because once you're past that dry drunk syndrome, seriously, recovery is an absolute blast. I'm David Essel with your Good News of the Day.